Hello everyone, I'm Heather Dawson, and it's a pleasure bringing you the best of California on our show. And this week we're venturing back to Morocco for part 2 of our special series with Marco Gutierrez.
When you think of Morocco, you might imagine things like Marrakesh's Medina, or imagine things like marketplaces offering ceramics and jewelry. But we're heading right back into the Saharan desert for part 2 of the Rallye Aicha Des Gazelles. Every year, women of all ages gather in the Moroccan desert to experience this unique adventure. Every morning at 6 a.m., the first gazelles start the first leg of this rally. This event has 165 teams, about 330 women, 16 different nationalities, all here for different reasons.
Some girls need this to show them they're strong. Also, some come for the pleasure, some come for the mechanic and driving, and they all come for a nice reason. And then when you're here, you feel like just you, and you go inside yourself. And then when you get back home, you're just like, I did it, so I can do everything now.
All of this is inspiring, my God, to see the villages and to see the people and to see how people are living. I mean, all of that is beauty. Anything that takes you out of your comfort zone and really challenges you, opens up your mind, is essential to work together. I mean, not just as a driver and a navigator on a team like this, it's essential to work together as gazelles because this is hard terrain. I mean, this is hard to get over. Your car, you will pop a tire. You will need to change a tire. You will get stuck in those sand dunes. And these trucks are beasts. I mean, like, how are you going to get that out just yourself? And, you know, you get lost, you know, and that's, as I said, a very intimidating feeling. So you need to kind of come together. You need to help each other out. And people do in the most amazing way.
People are super friendly, even though we still do have a big language barrier. We barely speak any French to get by, and not everybody here speaks English. But even though with that barrier and with the fact that we are competing, if you ask a question and you're nice, and everybody, so far we have had no problems. We ask and we need help and somebody helps, or we, you know, lend a shovel to somebody like we did the other day. So it's teamwork and the spirit of the sport is nice.
If you want to do it, just do it, and you have to do it. I think it's a wonderful experience. Me, maybe I like to suffer, but I think it's so great to feel lost all day and to see, like, even if you're lost, you will always find a solution. I think that's the goal of this race, is to understand that everything is possible.
So stay tuned for part 3 of the Rallye Aicha Des Gazelles, where we're going to follow along with more competitors and other journalists. You're watching Travelarios on California Life HD. I'm Marco Gutierrez.
The largest regatta series in North America is back, and Audra Stafford shows us why the NOOD always attracts many out-of-town sailors to compete with the local talent.
I'm Audra Stafford here on San Diego Bay, and check it out, we are right in the middle of the NOOD Regatta, the nation's largest sailboat racing series. After 30 years on the water, the National Offshore One Design Regatta is showing no signs of slowing down.
It's only ever been the only circuit that really ties the major cities and the major premier yacht clubs around the country.
From San Diego to St. Petersburg and cities in between.
Every event around the country has its own unique character, for sure. St. Pete, Florida is much more of a, like I said, vacationing kind of crowd, and these are just California, man. They're just laid back. And like Chicago, their sailing season really only goes from, you know, May to end of September if you're lucky. So when they come out, they're just excited.
Although the scenery changes from location to location, the sailors all have to follow the same rules.
The boat with the wind coming over its starboard side always has the right of way.
And the boats themselves must follow one design.
White boat, white sails, you can tell they look pretty much exactly alike, pretty similar to sails. So what it ends up coming down to is that the boats are exactly equal, so the difference And the performance is really sort of the skill of the crew. The smart people know how to use the rules to their advantage.
Sure. But rule number one is to just enjoy being out on the water.
It's the disconnect with everything. Just the feeling of the boat and just being really hyper aware of what's in the boat and what's out and how you feel. You truly do forget about everything else.
Bringing you the best of California from San Diego. I'm Audra Stafford for California Life.
Coming up, Chief Marketing Officer of DataBlock, Adam Mittelberg, is showing us the ins and outs of cryptocurrency and the climate of cybercurrency. Plus, we've got the best of entertainment. Most of us are familiar with Bitcoin, and here to talk about cryptocurrency is the Chief Marketing Officer of DataBlock Chain, where he oversees the most comprehensive marketing data solution available to businesses. Joining us in studio is Adam Mittelberg. Thank you so much, Adam, for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Now, this is something that a lot of people really don't know about. Can you give me just a little bit of background of what you do?
Sure. At DataBlock Chain, what we're looking to do is really disrupt the data industry with a revolutionary platform that allows for businesses of any size to access big data and be able to find the crucial information they need to operate their business.
How important is it for a small business to have this kind of data?
It's extremely important. In today's environment, the way in which you're going to be able to grow and drive profitability is to be able to have access to critical information. And what we're doing is we're allowing for an individual or small business to be able to go to a single destination and have access to hundreds, if not thousands, of different data providers. And that gives them an equal ground to all of these large players that are out there that today can get to those big data providers. And they need to be able to do it in an affordable way.
And how does this play with the cryptocurrency?
The really exciting part about it is what's called blockchain, and that's the underlying technology behind these cryptocurrencies. And what blockchain is, it's the most innovative form of secure technology that we have ever seen. And through that comes really amazing innovation. And what we're doing is, by incorporating blockchain and our own artificial intelligence and machine learning, we're enabling these small businesses to come in to access the data, but we're also empowering the data providers that are out there with a secure, trustworthy platform for them to be able to monetize their data, and that's due to blockchain.
What about an individual? Is this really just for small businesses, or could just a person want this service as well?
So whether you're an individual, small business, large business, you're going to be able to benefit from data blockchain.
And how would somebody find out about it?
They can visit us at datablockchain.io and learn all about our organization.
Well, thank you so much for joining us here on our show and explaining this a little bit for us.
Thank you.
And coming up next, summer fun is heating up with Reverie, an all-new NBC show starring a new actress you don't want to miss.
Love, does that mean nothing to you?
Children need love. Adults need money.
The course of true love never did run smooth, especially in great literature. Cyrano de Bergerac is enjoying another big screen adaptation, this time as a musical. Peter Dinklage of Game of Thrones fame takes on the title character in this sweeping cinematic adaptation of the classic novel. His Cyrano is a guy with wit, swagger, and a heart that belongs only to Haley Bennett's Roxanne.
My sole purpose on this earth is to love Roxanne.
Does she know?
The world will never accept someone like me and a tall, beautiful woman.
Roxanne's family is poor and her mother wants her to marry a wealthy nobleman, but the spirited young lady has other ideas. She's head over heels in love with a new recruit in Cyrano's battalion, Christian, played by Kelvin Harrison Jr. The two men come up with a way to make Roxanne fall in love, with Christian providing the voice and Cyrano providing the words.
I could no more stop loving you.
I could no more stop loving you.
Then I could stop the sun rising.
Then I can stop the sun rising.
Really?
My cruel love has never stopped growing.
Cyrano is helmed by the critically acclaimed director Joe Wright, based on the stage musical by Erica Schmidt, who decided to adapt the character of Cyrano for her husband, Peter Dinklage.
What does it feel like to slow dance in sunlight with someone you love?
Instead of relying on lengthy monologues, Schmidt decided to use music to convey the characters' inner feelings, which was a big selling point for director Wright. The result is a lush romantic drama with bits of comedy and action. Dinklage's face conveys all the emotion, and his performance, like the story, will break your heart. As the name indicates, this latest batch of Marvel heroes has been around for a long time, since the dawn of time. The Eternals, as they are called, are a diverse group of superheroes, each with their own talents and flaws, and they've been mostly observers on this planet.
Why didn't you guys help fight Thanos? Or any war, all the other terrible things throughout history?
We were instructed not to interfere in any human conflicts unless deviants are involved.
Led by Salma Hayek's Ajax, the group became tired of being bystanders, and after thousands of years together, were allowed to go their own way and mix and mingle with the humans. Now, in a post-Avenger world, the deviants they thought they'd eliminated are back, and things are looking pretty bleak.
This is what the end of the world looks like.
Yep. And that's why Icarus, Circe, Thena, Gilgamesh, Makari, Kingo, Phastos, Droog, and Sprite have banded together to discover what's causing it and perhaps try to fix it.
This planet and these people have changed me.
There's a lot of action in this film, which is what the fans want, but the first movie in what is likely to be a very popular franchise feels more like a television pilot. Director Chloe Zhao took on the tall task of introducing 10 characters and explaining their backstories. She does it deftly, but as a result, the movie ends up feeling quite long but shallow. Luckily, there is some humor and a bit of romance to keep the story rolling along.
Hey guys, I'm Jason Racidlo, coming to you right outside the Las Vegas Convention Center for the 2022 NHL Fan Fair. Come along with me as we check out all the fun and excitement going on here. One of the most popular attractions was the free fan photo with the Stanley Cup. The cup is awarded to the winner of the NHL playoffs each hockey season. There was a huge line that lasted about an hour long. There were also a bunch of player autograph sessions. Here is former Canadian ice hockey player Rick Touche signing autographs and posing for photos. How do you like it here at the Fan Fair?
It's really cool. We got to take a picture with the Stanley Cup, and now we're checking out all the trophies.
Yep, super fun.
So what's your favorite part of it other than the trophies?
This area is really cool with all of the different trophies from the Hall of Fame. And just walking around and meeting people and seeing people from other teams is fun.
Same.
Yeah. You get to make your little trading card and everything?
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
We'll head over there.
Discover sponsored this giant air hockey game. It looked like a lot of fun. How does it feel to be here at the Fan Fair?
It's great.
Yeah.
Neat experience.
Close to the Stanley Cup. Yep. Yeah.
Absolutely. I already did it.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So what's your favorite part of this other than seeing the Stanley Cup?
Just the community coming together for something that's it's so much fun, positive. It's good.
Yeah, it's great, and it's a great city to be in, you know, with all the things going on this weekend. It's nice here, all the fans are out enjoying the time. Great to see the little kids out here. That's what the sport should be all about, so it's great seeing the kids.
The Hockey Hall of Fame area showed off several of the trophies that are awarded at the end of each hockey season. Here you see the Conn Smythe Trophy, which is awarded to the most valuable player each year. Meanwhile, the Clarence Campbell Bowl is awarded to the winner of the NHL Western Conference. The Vegas Golden Knights won it in their inaugural 2017-18 season. Navy Federal Credit Union sponsored a shooting contest. Fans were able to win prizes depending on where their puck ended up. There was a special display of about the history of hockey in southern Nevada. It included the Las Vegas Thunder from 1993, the Las Vegas Wranglers from 2003, to the Vegas Golden Knights in 2017, and the newly formed Henderson Silver Knights AHL team. Geico Insurance had an activation where you could spin a giant wheel to win a prize. There was also a great photo opportunity to sit on the bench behind the glass. Dunkin' Donuts offered free samples of its donuts and iced coffees. Fans could play bubble hockey and enjoy music with the live DJ spinning the hits. There was even a special trailer about the history of black hockey players. Here is a display about former hockey player Willie O'Ree. There's also a wall of trading cards. Bringing you the best of California from the 2022 NHL Fan Fair in Las Vegas, I'm Jason Rasidlo for California Life.
Time now to check in with actress Sarah Shahi, who plays Mara Kent on NBC's hottest new summer show, Reverie.
Thanks, Heather. I had the chance to talk to Sarah about her latest starring television role, which could not have come at a better time. Let's find out why.
Reverie, what does it do?
What's your all-time favorite memory? The most beautiful, mind-blowing place you can remember?
When I was, 10. My mother took me and my sister Jamie to this place called Labyrinth of Light. It was this field just full of paper lanterns. It was like floating in space.
What if you could revisit that moment anytime you wanted?
I play a character who gets hired to work at this virtual reality company where people can go in and kind of design these alternate universes for themselves. And they're enjoying it so much that they're actually getting stuck and they're dying on this world. So I play someone who has to kind of travel deep into their subconscious minds, kind of like the Leonardo DiCaprio character in Inception, and essentially rescue them from themselves.
Reverie is a place where the impossible becomes possible. You're put inside a waking dream of your own design. You can go anywhere you want, change your appearance. You can even bring loved ones back from the dead.
How?
They use what's called a social media footprint, a person's pictures, videos, their posts. You feed them into the program, and you can resurrect them in Reverie.
That's like a field trip to heaven.
Reverie's leading actress, Sarah Shahi, found a personal connection to her role due to a relationship in her past.
They say everything happens for a reason. When this show came across my desk, my father had just died. And he and I didn't really have a great relationship with each other. And after he died, all of a sudden I found myself having a relationship with him, and I could see him and I was dreaming of him. And I just became a believer that there was a lot more than what our eyes can see.
This commitment to her character, as well as the fantastic world of the show, is her way of accomplishing a selfless goal set years ago in a women's shelter.
And every time I watched one of these shows, I felt like it was an escape, like my reality changed and I got a break from what was really going on. And that feeling that I had, I remember thinking to myself, if there was a way for me to give this to somebody, then that's my job. That's what I want to do in life.
How do you see a show with such an exciting and magical landscape connecting to its audience?
The show really does have a pretty big heart. You know, I mean, much like all of Steven Spielberg's projects and all of Amblin's missions, you know, they've got these really entertaining shows where each show, each movie, you know, Ready Player One most recently, everything is like a ride. So each episode definitely promises to be its own individual ride because every Reverie is different. But at the same time, you know, I find the human stories the most relatable and the most sort of entertaining to watch, as it really does feel like a character piece at times. You know, whether it's death, loss, betrayal, you know, love. These are all things that we can relate to on a day-to-day basis, and you know, and I hope the audience can pull from that.
And that's it for us. If you missed any part of our show, go to our website, californialifehd.com. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. I'm your host, Heather Dawson. We'll see you next time.